Are you familiar with this saying? You can't build a great building on a weak foundation. Have you also heard this saying? Nothing can last when the foundation is weak, neither a home nor a relationship. This can apply to canvas as well. If you think about it, the relationship between your paint and your canvas is more important than your painting itself, because if you choose a wrong canvas or a weak foundation, your paint is going to crack and fall off easily. The canvas itself is going to break in a few years. This prompted me to evaluate the quality of different canvas brands in India. But here's the question. Are they really good quality? Well, let's take a look. Every single existing canvas brands use materials that fall short of professional standards. The boards they use and the canvas surface they offer don't even meet the basic standards, lacking proper priming or preparation. The cotton they use is cheap, and they have glued canvas to a cardboard base, a choice that compromises their durability. If you look closely, you might see a yellowish color. That's the dry glue. It means the glue is acidic and not neutral. The primer applied to these canvases is prone to flaking off at the edges, a sign that longevity is not a strong suit. Some brands even offer 4 panels for just 100 rupees. Well, I get it. Sounds like a steal, right? Well, that might be okay if you're just starting with art for fun, or if you're a kid learning about creativity. If you're in the early stages of exploring your creativity, such surfaces might serve a purpose. However, for the professional painter who sells their artwork or is enrolled in fine art courses or art classes, these surfaces simply won't cut it. It was really frustrating to notice that professional canvas panels were easily available in many countries. Every time I attempted to order from abroad, the shipping and the custom fees ended up being 2 or even 3 times the actual cost of the product. This situation made me think, if only someone recognized the demand here and made these quality canvases accessible, it could be a game changer for all the artists and creatives in India. So instead of waiting around for someone else to step up, I decided to take matters into my own hands. Now, I'm excited to share with you what I did and how I made high-quality canvas panels easily accessible in India. So, I started by reaching out to the owner of Claessens, the world-renowned Belgian canvas brand with over a century of manufacturing experience. Now they have around 80 plus canvases with different textures, and many of the famous artists used and prefer their canvas. So what's so special about Evangelin and especially Claessens is that they cultivate and produce the flax close to the river and in the middle of the flax district. In our discussions, I explained why and how I wanted to incorporate their canvas into my panels. After 1 to 3 chat sessions, I was delighted to find that he was genuinely enthusiastic about my proposal and agreed to collaborate on this venture. While the canvases were on their way, I began selecting a name for my panel brand and decided on a website builder. My vision for the website is to keep it minimal, user-friendly, and easy to interact with. That's when I came up with the name for my brand, Cladstell's Fine Art. The name is a combination of the first 4 letters of my mother's name, Claudia, and the first 4 letters of my late grandmother's name, Stella. It holds a special meaning and connection for me, as they both paved a way for me to become an artist. I use Photoshop to craft all my branding labels for the packaging. I've chosen a color palette that harmonizes with both the canvas and the website. Since I offer 4 different canvas linen surfaces, each label has a slightly different color to distinguish one from another. I took few test prints. At this point, I forgot to mention the color code for each labels, and the color that you see in your device will look different from the prints because of the backlit. So I'm unsure which one is which. I think I need to reprint it with the color code so that it's easier for me. This one is more green than this. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So I think I'll just go with this one. So I just received all the claysons and the Indian canvas rolls. After waiting for several weeks, I must truly say I'm absolutely in love with the Claysons 13 series. The linen is incredibly fine and I've never felt such luxury before, at least not around here. So I just finished pasting one of the panels from Claysons. The initial impression is that it feels so light and already feels so premium. I can already see the difference between the existing canvas brand and this one. So before pasting the rest of the panels for the production, I'll now be using this for my painting. So I'll be using this for my main painting, and for my color study I'll be using another canvas. So that's the purpose. You can choose any canvas for your color study, but for the main painting you can go with this one. Yeah, I'm excited, but at the same time I'm scared because I've never held something so valuable before, at least not here. Now that I've completed the painting on the panel, the next step is to proceed with assembling all the basic inventory. Unfortunately, I cannot provide a detailed explanation of the process from start to finish, as it involves business-specific details that need to remain confidential. So I've just cut the minimum inventory in various sizes and will be pasting the canvas using a combination of handwork and machine weight. This is a universal indicator paper and it shows the pH level of the glue that we use. You know, the glue that we use is neutral and is not acidic. And I'm gonna show you that using this pH paper indicator. So as you can see, this one here indicates the level if it's acidic or not. So I'm gonna show you that now. It's a high quality museum grade glue, neutral and non-acidic. This means it won't react with the canvas surface or the paint application. So even after 100 years, your paintings won't flake like those of the old masters. Of course, the longevity also depends on your proper paint application. If you follow the fat over lean method correctly, your painting will turn out great. As you can see, it's 7. I'm not sure if the camera is picking the color right, but in person, it's 7. So I ordered a bunch of drawers on Amazon to organize all my various packaging labels. So instead of storing every single labels under one section, which will only bring chaos while packaging the product. So if you're interested in getting a similar one, you can find the link in the description below. It's a handy solution for keeping everything neatly stored and easily accessible. So this is the unfinished signboard, And my dad's friend made this for me, and this metal holder too. It was then powder coated inside my dad's company. So the finished one will be full black with white letters. So the white letters will be the background color of this board, and the black will be the signboard stickering. So we move on to the next crucial step, which is handling the legal documents. I'm in the process of registering my company name with the government, applying for a tax certificate, and setting up business bank accounts and things like that. This process may take some time as it involves through registration procedures. Additionally, there will be a KYC verification, and then I chose my payment gateway solution, which will be integrated into the website, which again for the KYC verification it took another 2 to 3 weeks and really dragged my launching of the website. And meanwhile, I proceeded to purchase the domain and made payments for the website as well as the business email. I really hate sitting in one place and looking at the computer or any device, but I must really say that it was a really productive day getting everything set up and ready for the next steps in the business launch. On the same day, I had Zoom sessions with the delivery partner's assistant.
ठीक है, सेटिंग सेक्शन में आपको केवाईसी ऑप्शन मिल जाएगा. सो वेदर यू हैव कंपनी, आई मीन रजिस्टर्ड कंपनी, यू कैन डू द कंपनी केवाईसी. ठीक है, रजिस्टर्ड कंपनी है तो कंपनी केवाईसी कर सकते हैं. किस तरीके से आप स्टेटस बार के ऑप्शंस को यूज कर सकते हैं. प्लीज रिमेंबर वन थिंग, यहाँ पर जो ऑप्शंस आपको दिख रहे हैं प्लान डिटेल्स में अलावा टीएनसीज आप यहाँ पर चेक कर सकते हैं.
Who guided me through the user interface and all the necessary details and how to link the inventory and orders and things like that. I received a lot of assistance, especially from my dad and his friends at the industrial place. Their support has been truly tremendous, and I'm so grateful for working alongside me. So, thank you so much, Dad. So, I'm also introducing a sample panel set in the size of 4 inches by 6 inches for all 4 canvases. This set is made with the intention of assisting you in selecting the right surface for your painting. It allows you to test and choose the perfect canvas texture before committing to a larger size, helping you avoid any regrets later on if it doesn't match your painting technique. So if you're an oil painter and you follow the fat over lean method correctly, your painting will turn out great. And for beginners, I recommend starting out with a universal prime canvas before trying an oil primed one, only because it's a tad more budget friendly since you're in the early phases of learning the painting applications. But however, if you've already mastered paint application and are focusing on style and other aspects, then you can opt for an oil primed surface. Now, marketing is the only thing that's left. I made a blog to create an awareness about the existing canvas and sent email marketing to potential clients. And then I paid for Instagram ads too. I must really say that the response has been promising. With the surge in website visits upon launch, people are really curious. That is one thing that I can say from the user interaction to the website. But at the same time, it's a new insight for them. So people are first researching about the legitimacy of the canvases and the claims. So it's not uncommon for potential customers to research and validate claims, especially when dealing with art materials. Even I do that too. Professional paints need a professional surface. Just know one thing, your painting surface is equally important as your paints. So don't compromise with your quality. You can try out the sample section first, at the description below. The canvas you work on becomes the foundation of your artistic expression, influencing the texture, durability, and the overall quality of your masterpiece. So give thoughtful consideration to the canvas you paint on. It's the surface that carries the soul of your art. The foundation needs to be strong in order for your painting to last forever.